What's up, dude? So, today I want to do something different. I want to show how to port DAZ stuff here. Is that the wrong screen? That's on the wrong screen. Okay, let me fix you there. There we go. What's up, Pooler? Alright, just want to make sure I'm good over here. That's going there. That goes in the middle. We're good. Alright, so this is DAZ Studio. A lot of shit for this. And what I'm going to do today, I have the Thanos. I ain't gonna do it. I have the Thanos character. I want to port. It's in here. Okay. Not necessarily the character, but definitely the armor. So I'm gonna go ahead and port this armor over to Skyrim. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that using DAZ. Now on the website, you'll find my SMMB preset, this here, with instructions how to install and stuff. So once you've got the scene, you right click, select Genesis 8 Mail, and then you're going to want to drag each piece to the mail, and it'll fit itself. Yeah, man. It'll fit itself to the model as long as you get the model selected, right? And this is a preset that's shaped to the Skyrim male body. So there you go. It's fitted right. It's perfect almost. So once you get everything fitted, you select a piece. So I'm going to select the helmet. Okay, and to export the texture, you go up to Edit, Object, Geometry, Texture Atlas. Now this is going to tell you the size that it's going to export as there. So then you hit Auto Arrange, and this will just give you a preview of your texture. You don't need to look at this really at all. But it'll show you, if I can find it, it'll show you where it maps the helmet. Doesn't matter. I've already done this, but I'm just going to do a piece to show you how I do it. So I would name the set Helm, and I would find where I want it to export to. So I've already made a folder. I'm going to select that folder, and I just leave all these checked. Make sure it's 2048 PNG file. And hit accept. Now that'll export the textures, which would be here. Okay, it exported a diffuse for the helmet and a normal for the helmet. I don't use the normals, and I'll get to that in a minute. But now, still with this piece selected, okay, the helmet, go up to File, Export, and I've already done this, so it's here. Helmet OBJ. It's just a folder on my desktop for now. I will end up putting it in here. Purpose of this, I will. Okay, helmet OBJ. I don't want that to be like that, so there we go. Now you can pause and take a screenshot of this. These are the required settings to do it the way I do it. So you get X, Z, Y. And then make sure all these boxes are checked. Hit accept. Okay. And you go ahead, what I do usually still with the piece selected, I just delete it. So I know I did it. So you would do the gauntlet. You would do the same thing for the texture. Right? 2048, 2048, auto arrange, accept. I'm gonna name this Gaunt for now, and I'm gonna go drop it in that texture folder right there. 2048, everything's good. Once that's done exporting, we can export the OBJ. And we're going to name that Gaunt as well. Same settings, accept. And we delete that. So you go ahead and do every piece like that, okay? Until you have nothing left. So, okay, that's when you know you're done, basically, obviously. Little sneak peek. Next one I'm doing here. Can't mess with Captain Jack Sparrow. This will be the very next one I do. This will have SMP. It'll be HDT on the hat and his hair. I'm going to do his hair as well, all HDT. Be all physics. It's going to be nice. So we're done with DAZ for now. What I want to do is I want to grab all my, okay, just going to go delete those that I just exported. I don't need those. I did this already. And I'm gonna open this and I'm gonna grab my materials and my OBJs. And I'm just gonna slap them in the mesh folder for now. And then I'm gonna move my textures. And like I said, I don't use DAZ normals. Some people do. I don't know how to make them work with my shit, so I delete them. And these here, probably to make it easier, you're gonna want to rename them, because DAZ names your stuff with extra stuff, basically. And you're not gonna want long file names for the textures. The game will have trouble reading shit that's got too long of a string name. Literally just pulling off that crap at the beginning. So we get that, and I'm going to take those, cut those, I'm going to put those in texture folder. Now I've got a script I use for GIMP, and we have a bunch of tools that we use, but I have the shock and texture tool, which he distributes, I believe. I don't distribute this, but I'll show you the way I do it with my script. So if you have GIMP installed and my script, you can right click and you can go to open with GIMP. On your first texture, we'll do the boots first. We'll do the boots. So drag GIMP here. There's our boot texture. Let's check the size. 2048, 2048. Okay, so go to filters. I can't. Hold on a second. Let me turn that shitty music down. I don't even know why I got the music playing. I should just close that. Alright, let's get rid of that. I'm gonna open chat on my fucking phone. And see what happens here. What's up, Lunar? What is GIMP? GIMP is this. This is a texture tool. This is like Photoshop, but this is free. GIMP is free. The scripts are free. So I have a script that I made. It's Shocking Mods, Skyrim Texture Maker. So there's one way. This is the only way to use this script, okay? You have to right-click, open with GIMP. Okay, and my GIMP's opening over there for some reason. But anyway, the only things you can do, you don't do anything else. You go to Filters, you go to Map, and you go to Shire. That's it. You run the script. Let it do its thing. This is all auto play right now. Yeah, conveniently, this whole armor set runs off one. It's actually one picture, as you can see, for 5 pieces. So I don't have to do all these. I can get rid of this one, this one, this one, and this one. Because there's no need. We did the boots, so we're going to keep the boots. That doesn't even matter, because I'll show you. So after you ran that script, you open your C drive, and there will be 3 DDS files sitting in the root of your C drive. Cut those and paste those into your folder. And if you notice, that's the thing, just converted. It's not in BC7, so I will show you how I do that manually with I use PaintNet actually to do that. So we're going to take this, rename it, Control C. I'm actually going to just delete it. So I'm going to rename this one to Boots. Then I'm going to slap this one with Boots before the N, and that one with Boots before the S. So you have your normal, specular, normal, diffuse. I'll do that with, well, actually I'll show you the other way now. Delete that. Now I'll show you what Shockin's texture tool does. And again, I can distribute my script, which is here, but his is different. And it works really well. It works great. So what it is, you just take this and you drag it over the DXT5. It opens command prompt, you hit enter. And when it does its thing, it's going to make your diffuse, specular, and normal right there in the same folder, automatic, without even opening GIMP, which is much easier. I just like to do it manually. Sometimes I play with the colors. This is a quick, oops. Oh, now it's converting. Oh, it's doing them all. That's right, it does them all in the folder. I forgot about that. It'll do any PNGs you have in the folder. So now I can get rid of that. And I can get rid of that. Now we just have our DDS files. So what I'm going to do here, drag this one onto the BC7. And this will compress all my files here, the BC7. Automatic. You guys can hear me fine? It's all done. So now these are all BC7 packed, ready to go. Skyrim textures done. Sometimes I put the specular into the normal. It's a little process I kind of came up with, but next step here, we got to convert the OBJs. So I do it in 3D Max. Sure, it can be done in other shit, but I do it here. Stream's running nice and clean finally. So even with that 3DS, I made a plugin and it's called DAZ 3DS. Somewhere along the lines I screwed it up. It doesn't work quite right. And you're supposed to be able to just click this, bring in your OBJ, it does all the converting for you, and then you just export it. But it did not work right. I do not know why, but we'll see what happens. I'll show you how to do it manually. So we're going to import the OBJs now. The first one I want to do, we'll go top to bottom. I'm going to do the armor first. Now these are my OBJ import options according to my SMMB preset. Okay, you want make sure all these are checked as bead. Object scale has to be set to 73. Okay, don't ask me why. This is what I came up with, and it works. So make sure your settings look just like that. Hit import, and there we have it. Okay. So DAZ properties, what they do when you export is they flip faces. Okay, so we need to select our object. We go up there to modifiers, and you're going to go to the polygon tab. You're going to check preserve UVs, and then click over here, hit Control A to select all your polygons. Make sure preserve UVs is checked, and you're going to tap flip. That'll flip all your faces facing out. Okay. The next thing I like to do, since I have the polygon selected, you can see how many triangles are actually here, because this is triangles. Most of them are squares. You'll see polygons, actual polygons. So this is all triangles, and it's telling me there's 6,048, which to me is a little low. I am gonna optimize this. Not gonna pro optimize it yet, but what I want to do is, with it selected like this, preserve UV still checked, I want to hit the settings tab for M smooth, and if you see here, with the settings set to 1.0, it smooths it out. It makes it way high poly. So I'm just gonna hit OK with that. Alright, so now we have 18,000 polygons, and now if you noticed, these are not triangles anymore. Okay, so the next step is to go back to the modifier list. You go to Pro Optimizer. Okay, Pro Optimizer. You want to make sure you still have preserve UVs checked. You always want that checked. In your Pro Optimizer tab, you want to check keep textures and keep UV boundaries, and hit calculate. Now, if you notice now, it transformed everything into triangles. Okay, and it's now telling me I have 36,288 triangles. Polygon is a polygon. It can be a triangle, a square, circle. It's a polygon. But you have triangles and you have quads. So the quad is the four-sided, right? And triangle's triangle. You need triangles in Skyrim. It won't work otherwise. So if this was too much, if this was too high poly, what I usually do is I would bring that down to like 80%, which will cut down the number of triangles here. I don't want to, so I'm going to leave it at 100. And then I'm going to right click on my mesh, and I'm going to go down and convert to editable poly, and that just confirms all our changes here. So now the last step I like to do is you have to, after you convert to editable poly, you have to reselect preserve UVs, go to vertex. Again over here, click in the gray area, Control A to select all your vertices. make sure Preserve UVs is checked and go to the settings on Weld. And I like to put this at 0.01. And if you click up here in where it says Weld Vertices, it'll give you a preview. So before you had 19,000, after you weld them, you'll have 18,000. You must weld to make it work in Outfit Studio. Sometimes, if it's a real small thing, I'll go 0.001, which I might do in this case because there's a lot of polys on here, and not really. I go 0.01 on this one, and then just hit the checkbox. So now everything's done. Vertices are welded. I'm going to export. Now, obviously, it's selected. If you select it and you go here and you go to export selected, it's going to export what you selected, obviously. If you don't have anything selected, it's going to export everything in the scene. So you want to make sure you ain't got nothing hidden, stuff like that. I like to just hit it, export, and I just hit it like that. What I'll do is I replace the original OBJ that I exported from DAZ. So I'll just write it over with these settings here. Now, you can put this to triangles. I like to keep it to polygons because they're already triangles, so it won't try to convert anything. You can just simply leave it as polygons. You want to make sure these settings are exactly like this. Scales at 1, even though we imported to 73, you'll see why in a couple minutes. And you just hit export. Now, that's done. 36,000 triangles. And that piece is done. So I'm going to hurry up here, and I'm just going to do the rest of these pieces without fully explaining what I'm doing. And then I'll go through and I'm going to start putting it all together. That's a little too smooth, G. Yeah, we'll leave it at 1, I guess. Alright, so we got that. Now I need to get it to the tries, so we're going to hit the optimizer. Perfect. Don't worry if this is grayed out, it still works the same. Sometimes it's grayed out for me too. Just make it work. I'm going to go here, I'm going to go to 0.01. See, it doesn't change anything there, so that's good, but you still have to weld them. And we're done there. So let me export this to boots. Same thing. And we'll just delete that. Actually, I fucked up, because there was still some leftovers. So make sure you delete everything from your scene, right? Boom. That. Flip them. I don't use mesh smooth too much. A lot of the stuff I get is already super high poly. I usually have to bring it down. I like that. That works. And we'll export that as a bracer. A couple more pieces will be good. With that selected, get rid of that. Oh, excuse me. Helmet. I mean start to finish, I mean I'm gonna weight this thing and everything. Smooth it. and hit it with the optimizer. Make sure you check your settings. It's cool. Select everything, weld. Export. It's really not that hard. I'm flying. I always fly through these. This part's easy, kind of. The one I've been waiting to see. Cool. Let's flip those faces. There's something going on with that point right there. I'm gonna fix that point while I'm in here. I don't want to have to fix it, and I don't want to have to fix that in Infinite Studio. Let's go to the optimizer. This. Perfect. 12. This one I'm gonna weld to 0.001 only because of the fingers. I want to keep all that shit intact, so I'm gonna weld it at 0.001. And what I'm gonna do is, like I said, I'm gonna fix this. Fix this rogue vertex here. I don't know what the hell is going on. If he's supposed to have a nail, I'm not sure. I'm pretty damn sure he's not supposed to. I mean, that's how it came from DAZ, so let's leave it. Whatever. Let's do that. Thank you, Luna. I appreciate that. I try to slam through these so I can weight this stuff. That's where the real work is. We can point 0.01 on that one. Perfect. Export. Skirt. One more piece. See, I just noticed some little rogue vertices over here. I'm just gonna re-export that. Couple rogue vertices. I don't know what's up with that. Ray Peters. Appreciate that, dude. And these pieces are gonna look boss. I mean, they kind of get funked up, but they'll work. I'll make them work. Whoops. Serve, flip. We're gonna smooth them out. Hit them with the Pro Optimizer. It works. That, hit that. Control A. Weld. 0.01. That. Export. Upper arms. Now these are all ready to open up in Infinite Studio to get going on waiting. I always get like a message like 3DS has crashed. You don't fucking say. Okay. I am going to take a 1 minute break. I'll be right back, and I'm going to finish this up. Going to get into body slide. I'll open a body slide. I'm going to get into some body slide in a minute. Be right back. What up, Dark? What's good, buddy? I'm doing the Thanos armor. So I'm gonna load my reference using the SMMB Barty by Poly. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna import. The way I like to do it is I import all my OBJs and I size them all down so they're similarly sized. Alright, so I'm gonna grab them all, open. Just open them all up. Done. Now remember, we imported 73 scale, exported to the 1 scale. So the way this works is you select all your pieces and you go to scale. Right click, you go to scale. You're going to size this down and it goes to exactly 0.1. Okay, and there you go. It's damn near perfect. I don't even really have to do a lot with that. A couple pulls and pushes here and there, and we're good to go. So now at this point, there's still a couple things to do. I export these to NIFs, and I'll go to my desktop, and I'm gonna just export them as NIFs to my desktop. And what this is going to do is this is going to add BS lighting, shader textures, all the properties we need to put the textures on. Bracer right. No, that's bracer left. It should be bracer left because they got swapped around somehow. Okay, hold on. Let me cancel that. I got an idea. I will fix this. And we'll go mirror on the X. And we'll take this one. And we'll mirror that on the X. And there we go. Switched it right around. So now I can export that as bracer right. Okay. The helmet. We're gonna do Infinite Gauntlet. Do all the pieces to a NIF. And I'll just minimize that. So here's all my NIFs. Oh, not that one. Okay. And like I said, oh, I'm gonna Zeus. This is start to finish. I'm gonna run around with this on a follower after. Oh yeah, Dark. Have you done male armors though? That's where it's at. So see here, now that we put our textures in the right folder, I can just simply go plug them in so I can get the full feel. We know it all runs off that one. We skip, shit, I forget how many. I think it goes right there. Nope. Right there. And on your flags, go to shade flags 2, you go to double-sided. You put the double-sided flag on there. The glossiness, this is going to be a metal armor, so I mean, you can go like, maybe we'll go 120, right? But then we're going to put the specula down to 0.5. So that's going to look pretty freaking awesome. So if you play with the specular and the glossiness a little bit, you can mess with specular color, but I like to leave it white. So it's basically all set. Sometimes I do environment maps on armors, which I probably should do on this. And maybe I will. Let's see what happens is, get rid of that. Yeah, the environment maps usually screw it up, so I'm gonna leave the diffuse and normal on there for now. This is just a precaution here, anyway. Alright, next step I like to do is right click on the mesh. I go to smooth normals, leave it at 60 and max vertex distance, leave that alone. Then you go, and this is right clicking, go to mesh, face normals now. And then right click one more time, update tangent space, and that'll update the lighting space for the armor, so it'll actually look right now. Looks pretty cool. Save that, shut that down. You gotta do it for every piece, you know, so sometimes I go like that and I remove the nodes because the nodes just piss me off, they get in the way. And besides, we're gonna put those nodes back after. And I'm just gonna do the same thing I did for the other ones. I think we did 120 and 0.5. And then right click, smooth the normals out. We want to face the normals and we want to update the tangent space, because that all gets fucked up on the export from 3DS. Don't ask me why. But the double-sided flag, done deal. Okay. Close that out. Just gotta do every piece like that. Well, the textures, I mean, it's not really, it's not my textures, it's the game's way of reading the textures, right? And luckily this whole armor comes off of one. I'm going to plug the specular in Outfit Studio because it shows the slot for it. That's, you guys probably wondering why I haven't done that. I'll plug it in there and I'll show you how to do that. that. We're gonna same thing, smooth, face, and update the tangents. That fixes it all up nice. Save. Doesn't take too long. Some armors are different, man. Some are different. This is a real easy set. That's why I wanted to get the tutorial out with it. Now the helmet uses a different texture. That's why I wanted to do this one, because it's very simple to the point. And I noticed a lot of people don't do male armors. I want to see more male stuff coming out, so I try to push the issue. I made the preset. I made a whole bunch of resources for it, and nobody's building it. You have an armor that's got a glow on it. Yeah, dude, I've done more NIF glowing, pulsing, rotating. I could put a little fucking peanut on the top of the helmet that just rotates when you put it on, or it's sick what you can do with these things. But it's all about the setup inside the NIF. It's all about the setup inside the NIF and the inside the game. Is this the gauntlet? It is. Let's take a look at that. It's pretty cool. See what happens. Oops. Yeah, see, that's because of the normals. It's looking like shit because of the normal map. They gotta plug in that specula. What's up, Kaden? It's good, bro. I'm just doing trying to get off the dialogue world building thing for a minute. I found this cool Thanos armor that I wanted to show to the scholarship guys and stuff. It's a good tutorial. It's one of the better ones, I would say. I forgot to double side that last NIF, didn't I? Didn't I, punk? I know I did. Yes, I did. Double-sided. Save. I think I forgot to do the helmet too. Nope, I did the helmet. Okay, so we're to here. Last piece. I go back in. Start weighting it. It should be very simple to weight. I should be able to throw this in the game real quick. Slap that double-sided flag. And that just makes it so you can't see through. So if I take that off, then it's see-through. So you don't want that. You want double-sided. Put that there and like that, and then we'll plug in the texture here. I hear you on needing a break. Word. I feel you. That's funny. Attaboy. Right, save that up. And then what I do is I pop this back open and I just delete all these, and then I'll import all my nifs except that one. We don't want the glasses. So there it is. It's got its textures. So here I'm gonna plug in that last texture, right? And the way I'm gonna do it is I'm just gonna go like that and rename it to the S. That's what it is. And that was the armor. Can't see the specular differences in here really, but my dogs are beefing behind me. I love it. Kids be beefing in the other room. Dogs beefing right behind me. Okay. Just want to go add specula to everything. Yeah. And then I'm going to slap the weights on this thing. Try to get it inside the game here. Okay. There's that. No work question. Yes. Dickhead. What a dick you are. So you see now, Outfit Studio likes to crash a lot. Okay. And I'm also seeing that I did not weld these vertices. I did not weld the vertices on the helmet, and I did not weld the vertices on the gauntlet. There's no way. So, let me just do that right quick. Do I have those? I have those. Let's open up 3D Max real quick. What was it? The helmet and the gauntlets. I thought I welded them, but apparently not. Come on. And we're gonna go there, there. Yeah, you can see it. The helmet looks like junk. Alright, I'm gonna have to re-pull that out of DAZ. Because that didn't come out right at all. I just gotta pull the OBJs. The helmet and the makes it real easy with my shape here. You really can't go wrong. Was helmet and the gauntlet. Pull and pray. Yep. Infinite Gauntlet. Yes. Yes. And export that. Alright, so let me open this now. Import helmet again. You bastard. And I'm just gonna leave it alone. Just gonna leave it alone. I'm not going to not gonna optimize it or anything. I'm not gonna smooth it. I'll tessellate probably. And that'll just kinda do the same thing. Or optimizer. Gotta make sure you have preserve UVs checked for this. That looks better. I'll take that. We gotta weld all these vertices. I probably welded it too small. See that there? Just that's why I'll stick at 0.001 sometimes, so don't move shit too much. Now let's see what we got. Yeah, see, it's still kind of chunky looking, huh? Alright, so let's undo some steps. I'm gonna tessellate it, that's all. We'll keep it nice and square. What I'm gonna honestly do is I'm gonna get rid of it and I'm gonna re-import it so I can fix it right now that I know I'm not gonna mess with that. Just flip the faces. We'll weld the vertices. That'll be fine, just like that. It's triangles already. Still gonna hit it with the Pro Op. Ain't gonna mess with nothing. It's just gonna make sure that it's triangles. Hit the weld one more time just to make sure we're good. Yep, nothing moved. Export. Later, Lunar Dragon and Fresh. Gotta head out with a couple friends. I'm gonna start learning to do this when I get the mod finished. Appreciate the story. Absolutely, dude. There'll be plenty more. Take care. Appreciate you coming by, man. Stay safe, bro. Okay, the helmet's good. We gotta do that gauntlet. I'm gonna leave it just as is. But I'm gonna weld 001. I do want to hit it with the optimizer just to make sure it's triangles. Works there. Yep. Back to weld again just to check on it. Perfect. Export. Infinite Gauntlet. And sometimes you won't see those problems until you put the. It is cool as hell, and I learned from like Shocking and stuff, you know. But nobody shares this knowledge. Everybody holds it so they can get, 5 downloads. I just don't get it. So I'm gonna go here, import those two, and I'm just gonna put a 1 after that so it renames it something. And then we'll scale them down. 0.1. Okay. The gauntlet gets mirrored on the X. I have to export it as it. Yes, to desktop. We can delete that one. And I'm going to delete that one. And reopen this here. 5 downloads. Yeah, dude, I mean, that's what they do. It's amazing. The shit that I've asked on forums. Nobody will help you. Caden taught me single-handedly how to build scenes, dialogue, all that shit. smooth them, face them, and update the tangent space. Now see, it's still jacked. I don't know why. Why is it getting jacked like that? That is not good, boys. Hmm. Might just be me. Nope, it's not me. It's coming out jacked for some reason. So let me try it one more time. You hear sort of? You hurting from last night, dude? Nice. That's cool. I think it just looks jacked here. It does, actually. It is. It's just jacked in here. Alright, so I think I know what's going on. Nope, I was wrong. It's just a jacked model, so guess what? That's what's gonna go. That's what's gonna happen. So import that gauntlet there. Why the hell ain't the textures on it? Oops. So I didn't plug them in. Alright, shut that down for a second. I'm gonna fix this up. Smooth everything. Face those again. And update the tangents. Remove the nodes that I don't need. Double-sided flag. Fix the gloss. The spec shine. And we lock this in. Save. Done. Did I fuck the helmet up or what? No, I didn't. Okay. Alright, let me reload that and I'll just import everything again. Nice. Doing SMMB Thanos armor, in case you haven't noticed. Yeah. It's gonna look cool. I don't have that much pulling on this one either to do, dude. It's gonna be decent. But as with any, I'm gonna fix this thing here. Now see, like, this is the fun part. Now you need to, like, import your hands, everything else. So what I like to do usually is I'll get everything kind of where it goes, right? And then I'll export all this stuff to my desktop again. So I got the gauntlet. I get rid of that for now. Not going to use it. I'm going to export the bracer again. Get rid of it because I'm not going to use it right now. everything gets re-exported just to make sure. Now I've got the textures, right? No, they didn't save. Son of a bitch. I'm screwing up so bad right now on this. It's not good. We got rid of what? Got rid of the gauntlet so far. Bracer. That's it. Yeah. Fix the textures again. Alright, now that one's good because I just did that one. So we can get rid of that for now. Bracer. I fixed that one. And then I can export it. And get rid of it. The skirt. Check that texture. That's fixed. I think I already exported that, but I'm not sure, so I'll do it again. I'm going to get rid of that. Boots. Check that. Fix that. Same thing. Alright, brother. Appreciate you coming by, dude. Yo, I can't stand them dogs, man. They just... the one that bites the other one all day. Did I do the boots yet? I know I did the boots. I had to have. I don't know if I exported them. Okay. So now one piece at a time, right? Another thing with DAZ stuff, it always comes out a little bit at a weird angle. So you always have to tip it just a hair. And I like to push it back. Just like that. You can see probably inside there's a lot of room there. So make it easier on yourself. You could just suck it in this way like that, move it around, make that work that way, which that just kind of did the trick for me. Now I'll start pulling this stuff. I'm just using the inflate tool. I'll show you a cool way to eliminate any kind of body mesh you don't need afterward. Should probably just do like that real quick and move them vertices like that a little. Push them in. It gets to using the tools. Get used to what they do, how they work. Actually want to push that down a little bit right there. And then I'll just bring the brush down. Okay. You're going to pull out again, put the brush up a bit. Chest. Your arm here. How's that? Looks fine. A lot of people have trouble with the pulling of the armor. Just do it. Make sure your brushes are big, or else you won't be pulling shit evenly. I don't know what's going on with that, so I'm just gonna sneak in there. I'm gonna pull that vertex down like that, I guess, huh? I'm just gonna yank these around. You gotta be careful pulling this stuff like this because it'll fuck up the NIF up for sure. But sometimes you gotta dig. As you can see, little fallacies here, and I don't know why, but they're there. It happens. So you just dig in. I'm not gonna, but I want to make sure it's shaped correctly before I go deleting all the body, right? Just want to make sure it's definitively gonna cover the male body. Good way to do that is select your body and you put your points on. If you zoom out, you can almost see where it's gonna clip, right? Up in the shoulders, right in the neck there a little, and down on the legs. So you select your armor, go back in. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm gonna delete that too, so a lot of the body's gonna be deleted. I want to push that side in a little because that looks a little wide. Yeah, that's better. Not bad at all. So with the neck and the head, right? This is how I do it. I'll import I use high poly head to transfer the weight. Okay. Now obviously you want collar to come around there as well, so you got to bring your head in. You got to do some pulling on the armor while your head's here. Right? So now we're almost good there. It's making it wide on the neck, so I want to push that stuff in a little bit. And that'll work, as long as it covers the head. What's up, Paris? How you doing, buddy? So now, in order to get the correct neck weight from the head, I don't need a new mic. I have a headset on, and I'm talking low. You want to select your body, right-click, and unset it as a reference. You want to right-click your head, set that as a reference. So now it's going to transfer all the body weight. So with your head as your reference, you right-click your armor, copy bone weights, leave the settings alone, let it go. So now if you come here, you can see the armor now has head weight, and I'll show you how to fix that right now as you're going. So you want a big brush, you want to hold shift, and you want to just click on and smooth out the weights first. You smooth them out first, then you even them out, right? So you have to even them out because that's not even, obviously. And you really don't want that down there. That's too far for the head. So I'll go like that and bring my brush really small now. I'm just going to tap that, just like that. I'll bring my brush a little smaller. I'm going to tap that. Tap that. Fix that up a little like this. Just a couple taps. With light strength, it'll just keep blue. You want to just blend in the blue. Just like this. With this piece, you hold Alt and you click and it'll just come right out. So you don't want any of that. I mean, that's a little much actually, right down to there. You don't need all that weighted for the head. Even this is a bit much. Okay, so that's pretty good. I'll put my thing way back up. I hold Shift and I'll smooth it again. And yes, it's gonna mess it up a little bit, but that's part of it. Because you gotta just go in again now and just one more time. Give it one of these. Nice and even. Nice and even. Maybe we'll get rid of that one, right? No, that's good. Should have the spine. Yep. This is still just from the head weight, right? So again, you hold Shift. You want to smooth your weights out. Go in. Bump that up like that. Hit a tap. It'll fill in the blue. Bring it up another again. We're going to have to smooth that again. Then I'll bring it back and hit it like that. And that's it for that. So now we got a head weight. I'm going to unset this as my reference. And what I want to do before you set anything else as a reference, you want to right click your armor and you want to mask the weighted vertices. So that'll mask everything you just weighted. And then you want to right click and set your body reference. Because see that? It won't ruin any of your weights on your armor. You don't want that there. I'm actually going to butter that down a little bit. I don't want red there. So you hit Alt and you just drag on the vertices. And that should be green. So I'm just dragging my mouse while holding Alt back and forth until it's about green. I'm going to hit that back there again because that seems to have screwed up, and that'll be that. Don't worry about partitions yet. I still got that buzzing sound, huh? Ah. Try something. Nope, not that one. Nah, I don't know. That buzzing's weird though. It's got to be my headset. But now that we got the head weights there, I'm going to right click it again, mask your weighted vertices. I'm going to right click and copy the bone weights from the body. Do the settings alone. And you want to go in and check them now. So we're going to clear the mask. And you want to check the weights to make sure everything's smooth. That'll work, I suppose. So that one doesn't have any blue on the edge, so we want to kind of smooth that in. You don't want nothing that doesn't have blue on the end. You know, even that. I mean, you can go in and you could see, like, this doesn't need that forearm bone. It really doesn't need that. You could leave it. It's fine. Here, there's always a problem with the thigh. That might split the armor, but we're gonna leave it like that and see what happens. Smooth that out, the upper arm. That'll ensure that flows nice. Smooth that out. Tap that real quick. Let's see. Perfect. And you just go through and you just smooth out all the bones. We probably want that red, a little more redder, but we'll see what happens in game. We'll test this. Forearm, again, you can leave that. Thigh, I'm not going to mess with that yet. The thighs are always touchy. Stuff like this. Just holding shift. Smoothing shit out. Usually don't need to mess with the spines. Spine 2 you don't mess with. That's the head. You could blend them into each other because it's the head and the body. Do something like that. Just go over it a couple times. Front and back. Make sure you hit the edges nice. Just gonna go like that, and I'm gonna go like that, so that fills in a little. Also want to hit that off. Perfect. Alright, so we can delete the head now. And that's the armor. The armor's just about done. The last thing I have to do is set a petition. And these are all the body petitions. So with this one, it's obviously the body. You can make this modular. You can take the body out, make it modular, but it's got to be perfect. It's got to be perfect. So the way I like to do it is, I am going to stick this on another screen for now. Make my armor see-through. Now you know what? Yeah, make the armor see-through. Go on the body. And we're going to use a masking tool. So here, I'm going to mask everything that I want to keep. A little bit smaller there. I'm just going to mask the piece of the body that I want to keep inside this armor. Alright, so there's that. I know there's a hole in the armor in the front, right? Yeah, right there. So we're going to keep some of this. Like a little heart. Then I'm going to go down to the legs. I'm going to jack that up a bit and just go around the legs just like that. Okay. So now, with that all selected, you want to check to make sure you're good. It's the body we're going to keep. Right click here and you go delete vertices. It's going to delete all those other vertices. So now we just have the body parts that we wanted underneath the armor. No clipping. No body clipping, right? Totally eliminates the body clipping. And as far as partition goes on this particular piece, because I'm leaving the body in there, I'm just going to leave it on body. Okay. You could, because I'm going to leave the body in there as a reference, and that holds these three. You could set this to another partition, say, I don't know, what's the chest ones here? The pelvis, chest. Set it to 56, which is chest secondary, right? So if something else conflicts with it that's chest secondary, you won't be able to. It'll not only take the body slot, it'll also take that slot, so it won't fuck with other armors, right? Once you set the partition down here, you have to hit apply, because if you change this and go back over here and fart around, you come back, it won't be changed until you hit apply. So 56 it is. And we're going to start a new file. And I do my thing there. Thanos SMMB armor. Hit to project. I'll take this out of there. The shape data folder is going to be JFresh Thanos SMMB. That'll be fine. We're going to name that to armor. And now I want to get my mesh file output folder, which will be in here. So we don't need any of those anymore. And the way you get your mesh folder is this right there. Control C that, Control V that. So when you build this, it'll build your shit as armor into this folder, right? This is what you see. I can't show you right now, but let me save the project and then I'll show you. Okay. So file, save project as. This is what you're seeing here. This is going to be the name of the mesh in the meshes folder. This is the name of your Outfit Studio project file. You can save multiple NIFs into the one file. You don't have to make a new file every time. You can put the armor, the boots, the helmet, all in this one file. Shape data folder, I always make my own. Shape data file. So this is going to be the name of the NIF. Inside of your Caliente tool folder. I want to keep my reference, my body in there, so I just hit save. There is a step I forgot to do now. So this might be a little weird. We have to copy the sliders. I never copied the slider data, so make sure your sliders are connected. And as you see, if I mess with the sliders, it's on the body. So we just want to hit conform all with your armor selected. Leave the measurements, and there you go. So there's your SMMB high weight, basically, right? We can do Samuel. It's kind of weird because it's an armor. It's not going to morph that much, right? So now you would do save project as and do all that, and that's all set. So now the next step, I just bring in the next NIF, which will be probably the skirt. And you have to position it now. Whoops. Tilt it, move it back, suck it in. It's damn near good. Kids are annoying. They just yell all the fucking time. It's shamazing. So I want that to be kind of like that. I'm gonna go like this. Ha, they just don't stop, yo. Fucking yelling. Crazy. Perfect. I don't have to do a thing to that now. I have 4 kids. 2 babies, kind of, and 2 teenagers. Like a mouse, right? So now our body, we don't have our whole body in here, so the weights ain't gonna be correct. I just delete the body. I'm gonna delete the armor, and I'm gonna reload my reference. Okay, that screwed that up. Whoops. Because I merged the sliders. Load the ref. We don't want to merge the sliders, we just want new sliders. Okay, unload the project then. Try it that way. Whoops. See, there's my project. We can unset that as a reference. I believe that'll work. What the hell's going on? Why won't it do it? Gonna make me start all over, ain't you, you prick? It's because I've had it open too long. It gets agitated when you leave it open forever. See, we're all set now. But I just, son of a bitch. Those kids, man, they don't stop. They don't stop. I want the NIF from, I want the armor NIF in here. Because now I have to re-import the skirt. Fix it again. And the dogs. Yeah, dude. 2 dogs, a cat, 4 kids. Fucking shoot me. And they don't fucking stop at all. Ever. All fucking 7 of them. Annoying as shit. Okay, there's a skirt again. This time I'm gonna export that to my desktop. And replace it so I don't fuck up again. We got a full body here now. We don't even need the armor. I'll copy the bone weights. Check them. Ow. Don't hold control, the thing will go crazy, man. See, that calf bone really doesn't need to be there, so you can just delete from selected shape. It's probably the same with the left. Yeah, I can delete that from the selected shape. We don't need that on there. Pelvis, right thigh. Right. And let's go around the back. What are you doing now with this rainbow color? This is bone weights. This is going to determine how the armor moves on your body. Okay, so this one's going to be, I shouldn't set it as 52 because I know 52 is something else. I'm going to set it as 49. Pelvis primary. Then I'm going to hit conform all sliders. That'll give me my shaping. And then what I'm going to do when I save this project, oh, see, now we didn't weight everything. So it's going to put everything under a mask. So I'm going to clear the mask, back into your bones, and you just want to fix that up. Just put the weights where they're needed, basically. Probably there. I have to say something like that. Just smooth that out a little. Come on. Boom. The right thigh. Hit that there. Just like that. And probably just like that. Body? Oh, okay. And if you wanted to check, you could mask the weighted vertices and it'll show you what you don't have weighted. And they just go clear mask. I don't remember what I didn't have weighted, but pretty sure it was this stuff. And I mean, that should be fine right there. Still got the partition set. Now if you go to save project as and you get this, you know you did it correctly. I want to pull up my OSP file, and this is going to help me remember what I named everything. So that's my base. This is the skirt. Close the body slot thing down. That's my shape data folder. I'm gonna move that over so I don't have to keep opening and closing it. Where's the meshes one? Right there. All this is in that OSP file. except for that one. Alright, so that should be good. We're not copying the reference this time. We're not keeping the body in this shape because we got the body on the other one. So everything's all set there. You can hit save and I'll show you how it packs those up. Let me shut that down. I don't need you. So see, we still have one OSP file. But now we've got the two shapes. So I'll show you how it looks when it's packed. When you load the project, you load that Thanos SMMB. It gives you the options of what you want to load in here. So I wanted that, I'll pull that. There we go, it's all set, everything's good, right? There's what? There's one, two, three, four. There's 5 more pieces to this armor. I'll switch it up for a second. I'm gonna go in CK. I'll show you how to plug this stuff in. So after you've done with all, oh, this is a new ESP, so we're just gonna double click all our masters. You don't set no active file, just hit OK. Come on with it. Okay, so go here to armor add-ons. We're gonna do the armor and skirt, what we did. So I'm just gonna select one of these. I'll put my thing, Thanos armor, armor add-on. Male, and I'm gonna go select my NIF. Oh, I didn't build, you silly rabbit. Okay, so let me just save this. So at least I have the ESP. Alright, so now I got an ESP. Close that out because I'm an idiot rushing through it. Be back over here. Load up Outfit Studio. Body slide rather. And we're gonna find that armor. Preview here. Leave the sliders at 0. I leave my sliders at 0. Let it do the morphs in game by itself according to weights. We want build morphs checked. And just tap build. And then I'm gonna do the skirt. Build. Done. Done. Now I'll open the CK. And this time we're going to load that ESP we just saved. Thanos SMB, set as active. It's a lot of work to weight the stuff. Weighting can be terrible, especially the more high poly it is. armor add-on. I just used the bandit one, it doesn't matter what you use. Thanos armor add-on. And find our NIF that we just, you want the one weight. There's the one weight. And if you want to see the low weight's there too. So you don't need none of that. I do set the first person on it too. I just select that armor. If you remember, we used that extra partition on the NIF to ensure less bullshit. So I'll open that here and I can show you how we find them here. Okay. So you go to dismember skin partitions, and that'll tell you what partition the armor's on. It's 56. So not only in CK do we want to choose the body forms and calves for the body section, we want to choose 56. And everything looks fine there. Default race can stay, everything can stay here. If you wanted to add this to races, if you made your own race, you want to add it. That's what I did with Fresh. I made him his own race. So I had to add his name. You know, obviously he's here. You just have to check that name, or you can set it to only be for one race. So you can make only Red Guards wear this, or only Orcs wear it, whatever. Create a new form, yes. I'm just going to save it again. I'm going to find that one there. And I'm going to use the same one for the skirt piece. Just change everything around. And the skirt uses, check that partition, scope here, 49. So we select that, skirt, armor add-on, all the races are good. Create a new form, yes. And we'll save that. Okay, so now we can leave the skirt and the armor add-on. Now if you wanted to make it modular, where you could either select the armor to wear and then put the skirt on over it, you would go here and we're gonna use the Daedric shit here. I'm gonna get rid of that, and I'll put that there. So Thanos' armor, right? Normally, yeah, you would put the armor add-ons you just made right here, and I'm just gonna put the skirt and armor there. For that, don't want it that much. We're at like 30, but we're gonna put this at yeah, that's about right. That'll work. Now we need to match the partitions for all these armor add-ons. So the armor itself had the body forms and calves. You could just do body. And then the skirt was 49. But the armor also had 56, I believe. Was the one. Right, 56. So this is what our armor is going to look like. Okay, it's going to be the skirt and the armor, one piece, but built separately, basically. So if you wanted to just equip the armor piece, you just take this armor add-on out, right? I'm going to leave all that there too. The world model, I haven't done that yet. That's another thing. I've got plenty of tutorials doing that. I'm just gonna hit OK. Yes. I'm gonna save it. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Riverwood, my favorite place. Go to Riverwood real quick. Come on. Okay, and should know where I am. Riverwood. Over by the lumber mill. This tree stump here. You know, it's on that little island. Right? I'm gonna lay the armor right here on the ground. I'll lay that armor right there in the ground. Now it's gonna show up like that because I didn't make the ground model. But that's fine. It's still gonna be my armor. I'm just gonna file save. I'll make the ground models. Wicked easy. But file save that. I'm gonna close out the creation kit. Back to my middle screen. Now in my mod organizer, I have to enable the mod, hit my load order, let it load in. And then I'm going to start my game. And I'm going to COC in the Riverwood. Oops, that didn't work. I'm going to go over there where I dropped that. Come on. How's the game look? How's the gameplay look on stream? Looks fine, right? It should. Is she T-posed? Oh, I have to run Finis. That's right. So I'm all T-posed out too. That sucks. But I can at least show you. Thanos armor. It's not, you're not going to see it here, but you see it here when I equip. And I obviously need to regen my now you can see right in the middle crotch area the weights are off. It's too close to the pelvis is what it's doing. It's pulled too close to the pelvis, guaranteed. So but that's gonna work. I just want to run Finesse real quick to get that fixed up. Oh, it's gonna look great. That was a quickie too. I just did that in like an hour, not even. That's crazy. Explaining it as well. When I sit here and flow, I just do them. And knock one of those out in a little while, as long as the kids kind of lay off me and the wife, you know. Alright, so we're good there. I got my FNIS fixed now. I'm gonna go back in the game just to pop that back on. body moving and shit. See what happens. If there's any kind of crazy clipping. This was also a good test for the stream too, because I was losing frames. Not looking too bad. The stream looks good, is that what you mean? Or the armor? I want the stream to look good. I know the armor's gonna. Alright, everybody's not T-posing anymore, right? Yeah, we're good. So, I mean, if you wanted to, you could add on a menu. Get the armor. Just add it right to your inventory. And, yeah. Where is it? Thanos. There we go. It's nice and weighted. I see the thigh. Thigh's a little stiff there. It's probably going to be more pelvis. Then we got to make it so. See, long hairs are going to clip. Long hairs are going to clip. But there's nothing really I can do about it. So in the ass end right there, we got some clipping there. That's not terrible. And in the pelvis front, that is not terrible. And I got wrist seams because of the way I built it. Because I didn't build it with the SMMB vanilla is what I use in game. So if I went like this, like that, build, build, that'll fix that problem. But oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna end the stream here so I can do dinner and stuff. I'm gonna finish this. I'll finish this armor afterward. But yeah, at least you get to see it in game. You get to see how it gets set up, how you do the petitions, the weighting, a little bit of everything. Takes a lot. You gotta pay attention. You'll fail before you'll succeed. So we'll take this time to thank everybody. Lunar, Zeus, Paris, John, Dark, the Vape Guard bot, Caden. All you guys, appreciate you coming through, checking me out. Polar. Make sure to slap that like. And check me out later. I'll be back. Later, guys.